This is the
This
biggest.
bee
Oh my!
is ticked, and it is going to.
This is so goddamn big.
This bee is ticked,
Why is this? Yo,
and it is going to sting the heck out of me.
oh
1,
my god.
2, 3.
When do you stop? Like when do you just stop? Like when you be like, all right, this is getting out of hand. That's a big ass bee. Bro is not. Bro. Nah, he's taking a break, bro. Break.
We are just outside
That's a
of our
big ass
lodging
bee.
here at Mount Kinabalu in Borneo, but we have been seeing these massive bees flying around the parking lot and in and around the gardens surrounding this property. So I've got my bug net. I'm gonna try to catch one, ID it, and if it's interesting enough, we're gonna put it on the Brave Wilderness Bite Sting Index. Already
Not
starting
yet.
to sweat. It is heating up, but that's what we want. That's what's gonna bring all the wasps and the bees out to forage. You need heat, you need sun. We've got them both. Oh, you see what I see? Big orb weaver. Oh, look, it's eating. It's in the middle of wrapping up some prey. You're careful, but I think we can step up on this. Yes.
Oh, no.
Whoa. Let's let it finish wrapping its meal, and then I'll attempt to catch the spider with my bare hands. And it's about as big as my hand too. Now these are called golden orb weave spiders because they have a golden hue to their web. Can you see it?
Oh yeah.
Oh, another insect just flew into the web. Spider picked a great spot. Oh, she's backing off her meal. Gonna go in for the catch. All right, yeah. Okay, got it. Web's still intact. Oh, there we go.
Oh my god.
This
White people.
is a really good size golden orb weaver. Very hard to get a bite from one of these, but it's not unheard of. And I've been told that their venom can be super painful if bitten.
Whoa.
Look at how colorful its abdomen is. Oh my gosh, it's heavy. You can like feel the weight. Usually spiders feel weightless. Yeah, definitely a few grams on that spider. This is a big mama. This is likely a female, given her size, out here chasing giant bees, only to come across a massive golden orb weaver spider. I'm gonna put this spider back in its web so it can finish lunch. Here you go, girl. Didn't even phase her. Right back to lunch.
Oh,
All sorts of bugs around. Just gotta catch the one we're after.
it's like, what the
Guys, we
fuck
got
just
giant
happened?
bees right here. Roll your cameras, roll your cameras.
Holy shit.
Got this rolling.
Holy, you can hear it. How are you gonna catch that
Right in the center. There it is.
and keep it in there?
Nope, there it is. It's up there. I see it. Just got to go for it. Hold this, Asa. It's too thick in there. I'm gonna go around the backside. It's gone. Shoot. I didn't get it. Chased it all the way up here though. Okay. Bees are out. Let's go back. I think they like those yellow flowers. Let's go back there, stake it out, and see if we can get one. This is gonna be it. All right, guys, let's camp out back here. Come on, guys. Roll your cameras. Got him. Yes. Huge. Carpenter bee. Beautiful blue wings. Big bee. All right, here, let me get it into a container so we can get a better look. Yes! That is a really big and black carpenter bee. Oh my goodness. That is a super intimidating bee. And yes, they absolutely sting. It's time to go arm to stinger to find out just how painful it really is.
Oh my God.
There's our bee. Got our net. Doing the transfers. Gonna need.
You can see the eyes, like, you don't need a microscope or nothing like that. That shit is big as fuck.
Better container so you can see this bee a little clear. EpiPen. So every insect or arachnid I'm getting bitten or stung by could be potentially a life-threatening allergic reaction. Always got the EpiPen. I'm just gonna put that over here though. Hopefully we won't need that. This is gonna be pretty gnarly. Now let's get it switched to the other container so we can all see it better. The bee, let's see if I can get it gently. Calming down. There we go. This bee has calmed down quite a bit since we caught it. Still have the net on standby in case it does try to get away.
Might be
mid-sting,
exhausted.
which has happened before. First thing I noticed, besides the size of this bee, is how hairy it is. It has these long hairs all over its bodies, especially on the legs, the abdomen, and the chest. Just looking at it, it certainly earns the local name, the broad-handed bee. This is a beast of a bee, but let's talk about this species real quick before I take it out of the container. This is what's known as a carpenter bee. And there are carpenter bees all over the world. And the reason why they are called a carpenter bee is because of how they reproduce. Instead of making a hive or a comb like a honeybee, these bees will actually chew into wood, make a pollen ball, lay an egg with the pollen ball in the wood, and then they'll close it off. And that's where the baby bees, the larvae, will hatch, eat the pollen, and emerge as adult bees to do the cycle all over again. But that does not mean that these bees don't sting. They absolutely sting. And get this, unlike a honeybee, they can sting multiple times. So this is more similar to a hornet or a wasp, where it can sting repeatedly. You might get swarmed at a picnic by yellow jackets or even honeybees, but these bees are solitary. They're not defending any hive or nest. But when I take this bee out of this tiny container, it's gonna start buzzing and it is gonna sting the daylights out of me. Now let's talk about how we are gonna rate the sting of this carpenter bee. We're gonna rate it, like always, on 3 different factors: intimidation, pain, and aftermath. And I can tell you right now, just looking at the size of this bee and how powerful it is, intimidation is gonna be a big score. Pain, I'm gonna be shocked if the pain of this bee gets below a 5. I think it's gonna wallop me. And then of course, aftermath is something we'll have to track for the next couple of days. Don't worry, you won't have to wait. We're gonna pass through all the waiting. So at the end of this video, you are going to learn where this bee rates against all the other insects and arachnids, scorpions, spiders, things I've been bitten and stung by throughout my career.
I think we're ready for it, Mark.
I'm gonna put this net on standby for everybody. If the bee starts to get away, grab the net and grab it, whoever's closer, okay? I have a feeling I'm gonna be in a lot of pain. I don't know if we're gonna be able to like hold this bee for very long outside of the capsule because it is super strong. So I'm just gonna get right into it. The bee's starting to fly, so I'm gonna have to do it under the net. Okay. Now, like most flying insects, it's gonna go up first. Just be careful.
Oh God.
Dangerous game of grab the bee. Have it? I've got it. I've got it. Let go. Okay. Not my best hold ever. Let's see if I can improve this. You see that stinger going? Wow. Oh, it's big. Oh, that stinger is big. The abdomen here. Let's get a better hold. I got it, guys. Okay. Now you can see why we had it under the glass. This bee is ticked. And it is going to sting the heck out of me. Wow. I'm not looking forward to this. 3 times the size of your average honeybee.
Oh my God.
This is always the hardest part, getting stung. All right, I'm gonna do it right here.
Just imagine
Right
seeing
here.
that
You guys got a
like
shot?
in person.
I'm Mark Vins, and I'm about to enter the sting zone with a giant carpenter bee.
This mother is geeking. No. This nigga is
On
geeking.
3. 1, 2, 3. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Ah! Oh, it's hot. Mmm. Ah. Oh. Got away. I see a little mark. Good news, bad news. The good news is I did get stung. The bad news is the bee got away really fast. And honestly, guys, that was so chaotic. I tried to recatch it, I couldn't. And you can see this welt coming in right here. I felt the stinger go in. I think I got a full sting, but I'm not quite sure. We've got a little bit of daylight left. I say we take the net. Let's go back down to those flowers, that front line of bushes, see if we can catch another bee and do the sting one more time. I just don't know if I got a full dose, and I want to make sure. So let's go down real quick, guys. Now, don't get me wrong. The sting of the black carpenter bee did hurt, but nothing could have prepared me for the bee that I was about to catch. Oh my gosh,
Oh.
that's bigger, right? Or is it my eyes?
Well, that's definitely bigger.
Okay.
That looked twice as big as the last one.
Okay, let's
And it
go
sounds
back.
way louder.
do it. No fussing around.
It doesn't even fit in the fucking container.
This bee is
It doesn't fit. Yo,
massive. It's so much bigger than the first one.
and it's way
It's gonna be
hairier.
even harder to hold. Just gonna do it. You guys ready?
Oh
Not expecting
my
you to be able
God.
to be- Oh, jeez.
Oh,
You hear it powerful?
This
It's
nigga getting a-
powerful.
fucking bag.
It's so big.
He's getting a fucking bag from this. The bee is yelling. The bee is fuck. I feel like I'm there. Like,
One, 2, 3. Oh, wow. Yeah. I did not get hit the first time. Wow. Oh, yeah. Did you guys see that sting?
Happened so fast.
ooh, it was thicker.
Oh,
It was.
Yeah.
That was an 8-inch.
ah, ah.
That was an
Let's get
8-inch.
away. All right. Just get this bee. Get up there. Get up. Ah. All right. Didn't lose the bee that time, but he got me. That first one did not sting, guys. That first one definitely did not sting. You see the venom coming out of that hole? Oh, yeah. Ooh, that's burning. Mm. Oh. Mm. Mm.
Ooh.
Big B got me. Big B got me. That bee's so big, it can't even extend its wings inside that container. It's too big for the glass. You guys see that? Oh my gosh. Look at the legs. I got stung by the beast. I'm glad we caught that second bee, because otherwise the Bornean black carpenter bee would have not gotten a fair BSI rating. We're gonna monitor this sting for the next day to judge the aftermath, but you don't have to wait a second. This is the official BSI rating of this giant black carpenter bee. Roll it. On intimidation, this bee's massive size and huge stinger set my nerves on fire. On top of that, it was also incredibly strong and one of the hardest insects I've ever had to wrangle. For that, I rank it a 7.5 out of 10. For pain, The sting of the second bee was shocking and about 10 times as painful as the first. After the first sting, I wasn't sure if this bee was even worth rating in a full video, but after being walloped by the larger bee, I can safely say the giant black carpenter bee of Borneo has a very painful sting, and I was immediately humbled. So for pain, I give it an 8.3 out of 10. Now the aftermath of this sting, like most bees, was the worst part. The sting burned and itched for days and caused swelling so severe that it covered my entire forearm and down to my elbow. Oh.
God damn.
Borneo has a very painful sting, and I was immediately
I don't think
humbled.
none of
So
them
for
did
pain,
that.
I give it an 8.3
None of them did that before.
out of 10. Now the aftermath of this sting, like most bees, was the worst part. The sting burned and itched for days and caused swelling so severe that it covered my entire forearm and down to my elbow. Oh, that burns. At its worst, my arm felt like a water balloon ready to pop, so I rate the aftermath of this massive bee a 9.1 out of 10, giving the giant black carpenter bee of Borneo a total score of an 8.3 and rightfully earning a spot way up the ranks of the Brave Wilderness Bite Sting Index.
Oh, man. Wait, there
This
was
bee
another one.
is ticked, and it is going to sting.
There was another one. Yep.
I'm Coyote Peterson, and I'm about to enter the box of pain with 50 soldier leafcutter ants.
Oh,
Yes. Okay. I'm Coyote Peterson, and today I'm taking you on a journey into one of the most fascinating animal societies on the planet, the realm of leafcutter ants. We're going to find out why these animals are so special, test just how strong they are, and ultimately put my hand into a box with 50 angry soldier ants to find out just how razor sharp their jaws really are. But before we can get to the extreme entertainment, first we got to find the nest. And to help us with that mission is my good friend and entomologist, Jim Cordoba.
Hey,
what kind of camera do they got?
Ready to piss off some ants?
absolutely. All right, so let's go.
Let the journey begin. Today we'll be searching for ants at the Rio Nuevo Nature Reserve. Acquired and managed by the Biosphere Foundation, this 135-acre expanse of critical riparian rainforest protects a myriad of iconic wildlife, such as, but not limited to, 4 species of monkeys, 5 species of wildcats, over 200 bird species, and seemingly countless reptiles and amphibians. However, what's most impressive are the thousands of insects, including 450 species of diurnal butterflies. Believe me, this place is wild.
The area you are is one of the most special areas across the planet.
First featured on the Brave Wilderness channel in 2023, Jim Cordoba needs no new introduction.
What? This is insane, Coyote! It's insane!
Cow. But since we adore him so much, let's brag about our bug-loving friend. Conservationist, entomologist, wilderness
Hey, gang.
quickly connected to both the host mushroom and their queen. That's when the real work begins. All day, every day, a caste system of ants farm leaves from the rainforest canopy and return to the colony to feed the fungus. As the fungus grows and expands underground, so too does the ant colony. The queen lays more eggs, larvae feed, metamorphosize, and repeat. So what began with a single queen and a fragment of mushroom grows and grows and grows, year after year after year. And in time is the formation of a massive underground fungal organism that is intricately managed by millions of working ants. The complex societal structure of leafcutter ants is so advanced that they have been able to survive 2 mass extinctions. How trippy is that?
So, on their paths, is where they can leave a lot of information. So now that you are touching this guy, for example, this one will leave information with pheromones that will tell the older ones that are coming down that there is something going on here. So I want to do an experiment so you can see how we can interfere with that communication system that they have.
All right, go for it.
Okay, so can I get my saliva?
You gonna spit on the tree?
Yeah.
Yeah, spit out.
Okay.
Knock yourself out. Oh, you're spitting in your fingers first.
Just a normal day inside of the rainforest.
Yeah, so you are blocking their path
Correct.
with your spit,
Yep.
and you're essentially intercepting their pheromones with your pheromones.
Yep.
Look at that, you're creating a roadblock.
Now we have a traffic jam. Yeah, it's insane.
Wow.
So this is where we can really prove that the way of communication of them is quite complex.
So how big of a traffic jam is going to form here before they figure out how to just go around it? I mean, this is not a very big swatch of saliva.
There is Explorer one that eventually will figure out exactly where is the rest of the line, you know? So he gonna need to explore around and leave once again, you know, the pheromones for the workers can keep going in their direction.
So the explorers are laying the trail for the workers to follow.
Exactly.
That is fascinating. So if we follow the leaf trail, it will eventually lead us to the nest.
Totally.
All right,
All
well,
right.
let's
So
follow the
let's
ants.
go.
In total, the leafcutter ant caste system is made up of 12 unique designs, but we're only going to call out the most relevant. Aside from the queen, the largest ants are known as majors. Also known as soldier ants, they are forced to be respected and guard the colony entry. They can be extremely aggressive and have a razor-sharp bite. Next in line are the media. Most commonly seen in long trails on the rainforest floor, it's these ants who cut the leaves and carry them to the nest. Miners are slightly smaller than the media and work as a patrol force to ensure the leaf carriers return home safely. Specializing in chemical logistics, they also use pheromones to ensure the route of ant traffic. And finally, the smallest of them all are the miniums, some of whom ride on leaves to nibble them clean of wax, while others remain in the nest to maintain the fungus gardens and care for the ant broods. All right, Jim, I see we're coming up to a sign here that has
Nurses.
a leafcutter ant on
Pretty
it.
cool though.
I'm thinking this is our final destination.
Yes, exactly. So right over here, under this ground, is a big megalopolis with around 2.5 millions of individuals.
2.5 million ants are underneath us
Let me
right
get
now.
water. Let me
Correct.
get water.
These little piles here, are those the individual mounds that they live in?
Yep, exactly. So right in the center probably will be the queen, you know, and the queen developed, you know, a really complex architecture.
And it's important for you guys to understand, there is one single queen that can live, I read this, 25 years.
Correct.
And she is the single genesis point of this entire civilization.
Exactly.
I like how you call it a megalopolis.
It's a big megalopolis underground. So probably we have more ants right over here than humans in Costa Rica.
That is wild. And how many eggs can she lay in her lifetime?
Just one single female can give birth to around 320 millions of, you know, of eggs in just one single nest. And if the queen die, the entire civilization will die too.
Like you just, boom, queen's dead, they all just die instantly?
They will die. They will get
Whoa.
confused and then they don't know what they need to do, and then all of them, they will die.
When it comes to the queen, there is no way that we will ever see the queen. You would have to dig her out of there, and the odds of ever finding her are virtually impossible. But she's being protected by the soldier ants, which are the target that we are after. We want to determine how strong a soldier ant is, and then how angry the soldier ant gets once taken away from the area it's protecting, so my hand can go into the box of pain and we can get down to the entertainment. But first, we gotta find those soldiers, we gotta catch those soldiers. So how do we do that? Because I don't see any ants here.
We need to start making some vibrations because there are a lot of tunnels underground right now. So just easy
So they know,
when you
we're
walk.
here.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so for our strength test, we just need a single one. We don't want all the ants spilling out yet. That's when we're gonna actually collect them for the box of pain. But the strength test begins with a single ant.
All right. Okay.
You've got a soldier here and ready.
I think so. Yes. Look at that.
Wow, it's a big ant.
It's a giant ant. Yes. Coyote, do you have something that this animal can hold?
As a matter of fact, I do. I have
Amazing.
the world's toughest wallet in my backpack. It's called the
Amazing.
Ridge.
Okay.
And you think that this ant can bite onto that and hold it?
Okay, let me try it. You wanna see it with your own eyes? Let's try it. We are in front of one of the stronger animals of our planet. So it doesn't surprise me that this animal can really hold with his jaws the entire wallet you have given me. Look at that.
Wow.
Look at that. He's holding the entire wallet just with his jaws.
That is crazy. Now, the other day, Jim told me that this would be the equivalent of a human being holding a bus, a school bus, with their teeth while being dangled from their legs.
Coyote, this ant is destroying your wallet.
It's trying to destroy my wallet, and that's actually a great opportunity for me to tell you guys about today's sponsor, Ridge, the toughest. Yep. 50 soldier leafcutter ants, and ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to the Bug Sucker 7500. And this has an extendable nose, which will allow us to safely and easily vacuum up our soldier ants. It's got a nice little cloth inside, so we'll catch them, and then we will transfer them to the box of pain. And you know a special ant dance, don't you?
Of course. So let me make some vibrations.
Okay.
Okay, they're coming. They're coming.
All right, here we go. Ah, it's working like a charm. Gotcha. Are you keeping count, Jim?
Yeah. I think we have enough.
Oh yeah, there's a ton of them in there. And the next step is to get these into the box of pain, and the experiment heads into its third level. There it is. The box of pain filled with 50 soldier leafcutter ants. And before we put my hand inside the box, Jim, first I want to talk about insects. Bugs, including these ants, are in trouble right now.
Yes, absolutely, Coyote. We are in a critical situation in our planet. We are in the middle of the 6th mass extinction, so even insects are disappearing.
If there's one thing that I really took away from the last time we worked together, it's when you said that if insects went extinct, humans would effectively go extinct.
Yes, indeed. Over 40% of the biomass in Costa Rica of insects are gone already. We cannot deny that there is a big problem in conservation of this group of animals.
And what are you doing specifically here at your reserve to prevent this next mass extinction?
Well, we have created Rio Nuevo Nature Reserve, where we are protecting 375 acres of rainforest next to Corcovado National Park to preserve the habitats of the most endangered species of our country.
You guys are the future of the Osa Peninsula.
Thank you, dude.
It's so exciting. But with that said, I think it's time to get into the entertainment. Jim, do you think that they're going to bite me, latch on, and lacerate a bunch of little cuts in my hand?
Yeah, for sure. So when you're going to start putting your hand inside, they're going to release a pheromone that will alert all of them, and they're going to start getting really mad. So good luck. We need to sacrifice you once again.
Well, I am more than happy to sacrifice my hand in the name of conservation. So hopefully you guys learned something fantastic today. I'm gonna get the box situated. I put a little sleeve on the outside.
I have a question. Do you feel in concern?
I have no idea what to expect, except for the fact that I know that those razor-sharp jaws are going to turn my hands into mincemeat. So enough procrastinating at this point. It's time to get bitten by ants.
All right.
I'm Coyote Peterson, and I'm about to enter the box of pain with 50 soldier leafcutter ants. Here we go. 1,
2,
3. It's not gonna happen as fast as Yellow Jackets, but my hand is in. All right, Jim, so you're pretty confident that they are going to attack and start biting.
Of course, just move your fingers a little bit, start creating that movement.
Any sort of vibrations?
They're making the vibrations so that they can feel your hand.
They're coming towards me.
Yep. A little bit more stronger, a little bit more stronger.
I'm not seeing any bites yet. My hand is certainly fogging up the inside of the box.
Interesting.
Look what we have learned here.
The ants are extremely aggressive when they are around their mound, but once in a box, they have no interest in actually. One of them is biting me on the underside of my thumb. One bite. Nope, it kind of let go. It just tested me and then let go.
Just wait. No, it still is there. It's
So do you
trying to
think
find
if
a
that
place.
one bites me, that it's going to, it's going in between my fingers? Oh, that could be really bad. No, he's just hanging out.
They're really calm.
Absolutely nothing. They're extremely calm. So if I placed my hand right at the front of the mound, they would probably attack nonstop.
For sure.
So do you think if we took these ants back where we were going to release them,
Okay.
put them right on top of the mound, and then I put my hand there, we'd get a different result?
Let's try to do that experiment.
Now, Jim, what I need you to do is your ant dance. I'm going to place my hand right on the edge of the mound, and we'll see if when they spill out, they target my hand as the enemy.
So I start dancing.
Start dancing, buddy.
Just wait.
Yeah, they're coming, they're coming, they're coming, they're coming. Oh man, the little ones are hitting me too. Ow! Ooh. Yeah, ow, 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 ow. Boy, yep. Okay, this is getting the job done. Yes. Ah, okay, here's what we know. Okay, Jim, get some of them off. Get some of them off.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
we're gonna
you
pull
can
them
see
off. Pull
that.
them off. I know, pull them off, pull them off.
Oh no, they are getting on me too.
Yeah, that's an explosion. That's an explosion right there. Oh, sorry. Wow, yeah, they're really digging in deep.
Oh no.
Okay, I would say let's. Get these ones, get these ones.
Are you okay?
Okay. Now, I'm gonna try to keep my hand hidden because I don't want to show this much blood on camera. Wow, my hand is spilling out blood right now. That was intense, very quickly. So you can see how different the results are if you agitate the nest and the soldiers recognize you as the invader. Placing the ants inside of the box, we thought this was the result we were gonna get,
So interesting, right?
but we did not. Oh yeah, man, my hand is messed up.
Oh,
Hold on,
gosh.
let me analyze. I actually have something in my bag. Oh, Jim, it's bad.
Worse than you thought?
I mean, there's,
oh gosh.
there's a
And
lot.
still you have one of the
yeah,
heads.
yeah. So I've got the new Brave Wilderness Viper shirt that's gonna be available in the Brave Wilderness store very soon. I'm gonna keep my hand, which, wow, it is bleeding a lot, covered up. Jim, let's back away from the mound for just a second and bring ourselves to a close. Wow,
That was
that
intense.
was intense. So much faster than I thought it was going to be. Is there one on my neck?
Yep.
Oh, thank you. Holy cow, and that hurts. Understanding the power behind the bite in these ants
Of course.
is unreal.
It's unreal. They are really destructive, you know, so they can modify an entire hectare around the forest. So they can create a huge gap and even destroy entire trees. So yeah, it doesn't surprise me that you destroy your hand.
You know what's funny, Jim, is I was going to give myself the challenge of 30 seconds in the mound. When I did the Yellow Jacket box, I lasted for about 3 seconds. My hand got stuck in the box, and I ended up being there for 10 seconds. This was a bad idea. Bad idea, bad idea. I was probably less than 10 seconds.
Probably, yes.
With my hand in that. I mean, so much pain, and think about the nerve endings that you have in your fingers. So quickly did I need to pull my hand away from that mound. And what's interesting too is that you think about any possible predator coming in, like a coatimundi, to sniff around the front of this and say, hey, is this a place to get a meal? Absolutely not. You get those on your snout, it's game over.
Yeah, exactly. So I actually never seen a predator that actually attacked directly the leafcutter ants in Costa Rica, except for army ants, a really specialized species that go behind to this group of ants. But after them, I haven't seen something else really attack them.
Well, you know why that is, Jim? Because you have to be dumb enough to put your hand into a mound of soldier ants. But thank you so much for today's adventure. We learned an incredible amount when it comes to the society of these ants and how we can ultimately learn from this very cool insect. I'm Coyote Peterson. Be brave.
Stay wild.
We'll see you on the next adventure. Oh, time to clean up my hand.
Stay
Upon
wild.
the ideation of this episode, we knew that